I think we were the most ambitious state in the country in blocking land grabs by CCP-related entities. No farmland, no land near critical infrastructure, nothing. We don't want the CCP in the Sunshine State.
All right, now I have a few concerns, but I will hold them in abeyance until we learn more. So we know this per The Hill. In a news release, DeSantis signed Bill SB 264, 846 and 258 into law, noting that he called on his state legislature last year to build upon its efforts to combat corporate espionage and higher education subterfuge carried out by the Chinese Communist Party, the CCP, and its agents. Here's more on SB 264. 264, referred to as interest of foreign countries, will prohibit governmental entities from contracting with foreign countries and entities of concern, and restricts conveyances of agricultural lands and other interests in real property to foreign principals, which include the People's Republic of China and other entities and individuals affiliated with the country. I'm sorry, I just can't hear anything other than xenophobia. I don't know, maybe it's a translator on my end, but I can still be convinced otherwise. Anyway, so there are other countries on concern in terms of DeSantis's list, apparently, including Russia, Iran, North Korea, Cuba, Venezuela, and Syria. So according to Fox Florida affiliate WTVT, the legislation will allow Chinese citizens with non-tourist visas to acquire single parcels that are smaller than 2 acres and at least 5 miles from military installations. Also, it will prohibit the sale of property located within 10 miles of military bases and other critical infrastructure, seaports, airports, power plants, and water treatment facilities to interests tied to the Chinese government or other foreign countries of concern. Anyone connected with the Chinese government or the CCP, well, is also barred from purchasing real estate in Florida under its new laws. And that really isn't all. Check this out. Well, the Florida government went ahead and put out this nifty little flyer here of Stop CCP Influence to pretty much have people mount up and gang up against Chinese people. That's how I see this happening. Anyway, well, the other major bill, SB 864, it could also affect another group, that's students. SB 64, referred to as agreements of educational entities with foreign entities, will bar state colleges and universities and their employees and representatives from accepting any gifts in their official capacities from a college or university based in a foreign country of concern. State colleges and universities are also prohibited from accepting any grant from or participating in any agreement or partnership with any college or university based in a foreign country unless the partnership is authorized by the Florida Board of Governors or the State Board of Education, the news release said. Now that ban includes student and faculty exchange programs and dual degree programs. This really says a lot to me again. This seems to be an attack on education, like we know DeSantis has been doing, a way to control people from learning more, especially from other cultures, other countries, and it just seems to reflect ignorance. And again, on the whole attack on anyone of Chinese citizenship, basically preventing people from owning property. Well, it's going to cause a lot of people to think that they need to take actions into their own hands. And they're going to start discriminating against Asian people. And I won't even say Chinese people because people aren't gonna care. They're just gonna say, hey, you look different from me. And so I'm not going to sell you property or I'm not gonna get involved with you. And it's just gonna be discrimination layered upon discrimination. David.
I think it's discrimination full scale, and it's disheartening. It's disgusting that this day and age, if Ron DeSantis is really concerned about Chinese influence in America, then he should articulate what are his concerns. Is he concerned about TikTok? What is it that he's worried about? But to go out of it this way, by banning people from buying properties of land, by stopping people from having, their university have a relationship with universities overseas. I mean, that's stupid policy. It's also really dumb politics because now all of a sudden that student who is, say, at Florida State, who is planning to spend junior year abroad, all of a sudden there's a whole list of countries now they can't go to because if Ron DeSantis gets his way, the university will not have ties with the university that might be sponsoring this internship or whatever it is they may do their junior year. It is so dumb. It is so short-sighted. And again, all it does is fuel the hatred and give a signal to the right wingers in Florida that, yeah, it's okay to hate Chinese people or hate people who look Asian or hate people who look different from you. That's where Florida's going.
Absolutely, and it's nothing but an ignorant place to be, especially since China, people from China, Chinese government only owns like 1% of foreign-owned land, yet Canada is the biggest foreign investor in American land, owning 12.4 million acres. But clearly, individuals in Canada tend to look more like those in positions of privilege here, so it's okay.